Let's tell everyone to charge in, though, because we are very much in the fray already, and our opponent has... Oh yeah, there we go, just gotten a lance to the face. That's really nice. Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Pendor. Now, when we left off, we were delivering a couple of halberdiers to King Ulrich, and we were also, obviously, trying to get some more Noldor relation. And thankfully, we've actually done a pretty decent job at it so far. Hopefully, we'll be able to do a little bit better this time around as well, if I can actually find some more Noldor to, you know, help out. And maybe we'll actually do a couple of auto-calculation battles. I need to still do a little bit of research on that, but for now, as you can see, we've been awarded an achievement. We successfully completed 30 quests, and the lords now know you as a competent aide. You are granted plus 20 renown by them in recognition of your faithful service. Alright, so that kind of begs the question, should I rename myself to competent aide? No, probably not. I think hired blade is still relatively accurate, and even though it does rhyme rather amusingly. Okay, so what we're doing right now is I'm actually going to go over to visit Our Lady at Kelredan Castle, as I think that makes the most sense. And maybe after that we'll try and see whether there are any other places we can go to. Let's actually just take a look and make sure. Okay, so we still technically have a little bit of a problem with the Bacchus Empire, but that's nothing to worry about because we can literally just speak to any of the Empire vassals and get a bit of a truce going on with them. So let's attempt to visit Lady Sonadel, and we'll see what she has to say. I think we're at 14 relation from this visit. Yeah, there we go. And hopefully we'll next time be able to propose and maybe then have some kind of marriage ceremony and then become husband and wife, obviously. So if that can happen, I'm not entirely sure if we will become a vassal immediately from doing that, because we are technically marrying into a noble family, so maybe that would be the way to go. And apparently Sigismund is now going to, is now going to complain at me, which is great, because I apparently neglected to buy some food here, which is kind of amusing. I actually thought I had enough, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so let's just sell as much as I can here. That's the wonderful thing about Pendor. Oh yes, also gaining this horse last time. That's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? And wow, I actually thought the diamonds were going to sell for much more, but apparently not. That's the depreciation value of them, unfortunately, so seems like we won't be able to really gain a huge amount from them, but I guess that's okay. Let's just buy a little bit of grain there, and I'm going to keep the horse just in case, you know, my old horse, just in case, and we'll sell something else, maybe like one of these hunters. And I think that's it. There we go. That's great. Okay, so I've already checked the tavern as well, by the way, so there's nothing really there for me. And what we need to do now is take a look at our weekly budget. All right, so let's have a see here. Well, you can already see that the mercenary payment from Sarlian is really just paying dividends right here. If I were to become a vassal right now, I'd start losing huge amounts of money, and that would not be good at all. So let's have a see. So we have Torba, Singal, Naltar. We still don't have anything at Ishkomen because that guy's being extremely, just really stubborn about what he's doing with his relation for some reason. And, well, obviously we currently have Sez, Janos, Ethos, and do they have another one? The Empire? Do they have another one? No, they only have those 3 towns. That's what I thought. And yeah, I think there might actually be a couple of things to do up north. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, they're not actually at war against us or anything like that. Yeah, there's nothing in Rain, nothing in Ravenstern, nothing in any of them. So yeah, Cinderfall either. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to go up north. So let's see if I can maybe find a Ransom Broker along the way. And what do we have here? We have a Ransom Broker. Very nice indeed to see one of these so soon. We actually see one in Marlians at the moment. And hopefully along the way we'll be able to see a couple of Noldor as well. So let's see if I can make my way over to the Larian Woods. And maybe we'll find something around there to hopefully lure into some Jatu perhaps, or maybe even into our own vassals. I'm actually unsure what happens if we assist the Noldor against one of our own vassals and actually do victory, because I think that's going to be kind of awkward, isn't it? It's going to be like, oh yes, I'm just going to help our enemies, and yes, going to turn on my allies, which is not very good. I mean, I don't exactly know what would happen. I guess we'd just lose a little bit of relation, and if that is indeed the case, I don't really have a problem with it, to be honest, because if that's the only thing that we lose, I think that's really not a big deal at all. I'm actually hopeful that we'll find some people here. I have 6 spaces. Oh, I haven't actually leveled up. Oh yeah, by the way, I did find another companion in the form of Donovan, because Leslie has left our party, which is kind of a shame, really, because she was our surgeon, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, she was our surgeon, so we really do need to find... I can't remember his name. It's not Allendale, I don't believe. Allendale is the prisoner one, as far as I'm aware. But I could be getting mixed up, who knows. But anyway, I do need to find that medic companion, and there's another point in strength for us right there. Maybe a little bit more in trainer skill. That might make sense. So let's do that. There we go. Alright, and we're going to have to start... I think I need... What is it now? I'm going to gain 4 strength from the elixirs, because you gain +2/+2 for the first 2, and then +1 for everything else, for strength, agility, and I think it is charisma. And so if I have 17, which is what I think I do, yeah, then I will be taken up to 21 strength, which is actually a pretty decent number, but I'm thinking maybe we want to wait it out a little bit, and maybe go for something a little bit more, maybe go for 20? Maybe that would be the way to go. Okay, let's just avoid this Jatu army, thank you very much. And we do need to avoid the Jatu warband as well, so we need to be a bit careful here. Oh, hello, Donovan. He's speaking to us here. I spent a winter there some years back trying to train the Lord's men. I say trying because, in my opinion, the men of Ravenstern don't understand discipline. They are undoubtedly the finest archers in Pendor, and good riders too, but they've no talent for fighting in ranks. Their skills serve them well enough against bandits and Mist Mountain raiders, and against an army when they're behind walls. Get them outside the walls, though, and a company of heavy lancers can cut through a Ravenstone formation like a knife through butter. For my money, the Empire produces the best soldiers. Their pikemen and legionnaires are the most disciplined I have encountered outside Barclay. If anyone ever unifies Pendor, I'll serve them free of charge. I'll sail to Barclay, hire a few companies, and bring them back here. Barclay is more advanced than Pendor in the ways of warcraft. A company of Barclay infantry and 2 companies of Barclay lanceros would make the king invincible. Really? Because I actually do, I did have a couple of Barclay units, and they're very good. I agree, they are actually very nice, but not invincible. But maybe you just need a couple more of them. So yeah, let's just continue onward. We don't need to worry so much about the Jatu army now, thank you. And hopefully I'll be able to speak... Oh no. Yes, hopefully I'll be able to speak to the fellow here, and he's not going to say, oh, you have a bad relationship with our lord. Yes, hopefully that's not going to be the case. Okay, so the Weaverian Dye Works seems to be the only chance here. 541 for that. And we'll go to Rain now. I do need to be a little bit cautious here, because you never know where there'll be a Mist Mountain army or something like that. And who knows, maybe we'll even be able to tackle a Mist Mountain army. But I'd like to maybe see what I can do about heading down to Empire territory, seeing if there are any Noldor around there. Basically, the one thing that I want to do right now is literally just to... yes, apparently Duke Alexis does not like us. So let me see if I can find where he is, and maybe I can just do a quick task for him, and we'll see. Oh, really? He's nowhere? Okay, hello lady. I would like to know where Duke Alexis is. He should be close to Ismirala. Isn't Ismirala really far away from us? No, it's only over here. Oh, okay, that's fantastic. So hopefully we'll be able to speak to him without too many difficulties. Hopefully he's not going to be running away from where we currently are, and then it's going to be very difficult to track him down. But it seems like that's the actual thing that's going on right now. Oh dear. Well, no, there he is. There he is. I think that might be him. One of them. Maybe? No, doesn't seem like it actually. Maybe that's him. Oh wow, they're all running in a huge convoy here, and they're probably going to besiege something, but I don't see Duke Alexis. I don't know where he is. He must be very, very far ahead. Maybe that's what's going on here. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. It would be him, wouldn't it? He would be the one at the very, very front of the convoy, and we've now gone all the way into Fierdsvain territory. Certainly something I did not want to do, because I did actually want to go into Ravenstern, but as I say, I think getting enterprises up in all of these towns while we have the opportunity would be the best idea. So let's see if I can... Oh, he's got -3. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything here. Ah, right. Okay, so... yes. I get... Sure, okay, fine. I'll collect taxes from Rain for you, you scoundrel. This is absolutely awful for me, because now they are going to not like me in Rain, in the actual town, and hopefully we're going to be able to rectify his negative relation. And I don't exactly know, but as far as I'm aware, we've already gotten +1 just for taking the quest, and I think on completion he's going to give us another +1. So in other words, he's still at -1, which is really bad. So I'll have to do either another quest for him or something along those lines to actually get him to agree to have one of my enterprises in his town. Which is not great. Not great at all. Alright, so let's see. Does King Gregory have a problem with us? No, he doesn't seem to. That's fantastic. And there we go. Alright. So, we now only have to go to Senderfall, but I think I'm going to go to Rain first. Oh, the Kingdom of Salian have declared war against the Fierdsvain. Alright, well that's something that hasn't been done in quite some time, so let's see actually what happens with that, because the Fierdsvain are very, very dangerous in my opinion. Their thrown weapons have just become better with this version of Pendor, so I'm very worried about seeing how good they are at defending in sieges and things like that. So maybe if we can find something for us to take, if we indeed do become a vassal upon marrying Lady Sonadel, then who knows. Anyway, we do have a trade skill of 5, so this is only going to take us 2 days, which is obviously quite a bit better than it would have otherwise taken us. And let's actually just see the map at the moment. Okay, so our fellows are probably going to stage a campaign and try and take Anson Lodge, I would assume. Oh, no, apparently not. They're apparently taking Gundar's Lodge, which is over there. Well, it's on the border, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, so I'm going to go into the tavern now. This has -2, which is great. Not really. Oh, hello. Do you have any rumors? No, it doesn't have any rumors. Alright. Well, let's speak to Larissa, and we will be buying every man who comes in here tonight a jar of your best wine. Yes, there we go. That's going to cost another 1,000, and then I'm going to have to wait a day or so, but hopefully I'll be able to get back to Duke Alexis and speak to him, and then that will hopefully result in a little bit of extra relation. But I'm going to go over to Senderfall and buy another Weavery and Dye Works there, if it is the best thing to go for. I think there's actually something else to go for at Senderfall, like maybe an Ironworks? Maybe. Ah, and Lady Sonadel wants to see us as well. Well, while there are actually very good options here for the Enterprise in Senderfall, some of these are very, very cheap in terms of cost, and they do give you about 200 less dinars per week, but that's still pretty good, you know? I mean, if you're obviously not rolling in money like we are right now, then it would probably be a good idea to go for an ironworks or a brewery or even a mill and a bakery, because you can see here that you can actually make 360 dinars a week with just an investment of 4,500, so it's really nothing to sniff at. It's actually really good. Otherwise, we're just going to be going for Weavery and Dye Works. That is the greatest. I did look at a tannery, and a tannery would give us 577, so it's a minor difference, but the investment here is only 10,000 in comparison to 12, I think. So anyway, there is actually a tournament going on here, and I'd like to participate in this, just literally because we're able to gain such a huge amount of money from it, and Anson Lodge has been taken from the Fierdsvain by the Ravenstern. So it seems like we are ganging up. Oh, never mind. Okay, I actually thought that the Kingdom of Sarlian and the Ravenstern were going to gang up against the Fierdsvain, and everything was going to be extremely fun, because then we'd be able to eliminate the Fierdsvain a little bit quicker. Because personally, I think the Fierdsvain and the Ravenstern are probably the... I don't know. I mean, that's the funny thing about Pendor. Every single faction has their dangerous units, and every single faction is viable in some way or another, and I think I literally missed the tournament. That's great, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to make my way down to Empire territory and see if we can find some Noldor, and maybe we can help them out a little bit. And along the way, we're going to visit Lady Sonadel. Or maybe not, because right here we have Lord Duragun Farsail, and he is going to be our first target. Hopefully we'll be able to eliminate him. He only has 44 units. I haven't actually checked to see how many units he has, because I was kind of hankering for a little bit of action here, and hopefully we'll be able to defeat him in battle relatively easily without too many losses. But obviously that really depends. Their light skirmishers actually do come with crossbows equipped, so that's kind of dangerous. That is kind of dangerous. Let's tell everyone to charge in though, because we are very much in the fray already, and our opponent has, oh yeah, there we go, just gotten a lance to the face. That's really nice, and hopefully we'll be able to eliminate a couple of others and hopefully take them prisoner. I mean, I'm just trying to make as much money as possible, make as much honor as possible. That's basically the entire plan for the moment, because we do want to create our custom knighthood order as soon as possible, and hopefully the amount of honor that we have is going to make a big difference in how many units we're actually able to field. But at the moment our honor is really not very good, so hopefully that's going to rectify itself with time, and obviously with continuing to just stick to the game plan basically. And obviously having a lot of money as well is going to make a huge difference in outfitting them in the best gear possible. And who knows, maybe we will actually be joining a regular knighthood order, and I'm not entirely sure which one to join right now. So if you have any suggestions, by all means leave them in the comments. As far as I'm aware, that's the thing, I don't really want to join a knighthood order from a different faction other than the Kingdom of Sarlian. So technically I suppose I could join maybe the Larian Outriders, not entirely sure about that, maybe the Rangers of the Clarion Call. I don't know whether they are a Sarlian knighthood order, but if they are, then maybe we can join them, because they're pretty cool. And we're actually going to let this guy go, gain some honor, thank you. And oh yeah, there we go, give Donovan some new stuff. It's nice to see him outfitting himself in some good things. And we'll just get a couple of other pieces of loot here as well. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so these Vanskry warriors right here, I think they're going to be joining us, as well as the Queen Agnes freebooters. They're very good. And I think we're doing pretty nicely, considering I just spent 30,000 on Weavery and Dye Works around everywhere. We're still doing really well in terms of financials. So anyway, yeah, apparently Sigismund's having a problem. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, tell Donovan you have my support in this, and he should hold his tongue. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we do have a couple of Vanskry raiders here, as well as, actually have a couple of Fierdsvain ladies in waiting, and I think I'm probably gonna try and rescue them so that we can gain some more honor that way. And this was not my plan. I did not plan to actually attack these guys. I actually just saw a vassal and I thought to myself, yes, we must eliminate that vassal. But once I saw the Fierdsvain ladies in waiting, I was like, yes, we must do that as well, because it's just too good to pass up. You're just going to gain so much honor and a little bit of relation, but obviously the relation is not really a big deal. Wow, am I literally just going to die straight up here? That is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Now, this is when I wish I had one of the other Noldor horses. I feel like... I feel like there was actually one Noldor horse in particular that actually would heal you while you were riding it. And I'm not entirely sure if that was in this mod or if it was in something else, and I'm just misremembering it as a Noldor horse. Maybe it was some other mod, but yeah, I seem to remember that that's actually the case, but oh well, never mind. I don't exactly know at the moment, and I was hopeful that I would start seeing my life tick up every so often here, because I was like, yes, is it a healing horse? That would be kind of nice. But we are doing a lot of damage with our lance right now, actually being pretty accurate with it for once. It's kind of strange that I'm not usually that accurate with them, but it's nice that we're doing a little bit of extra damage with it this time. I was hopeful that I might be able to swing at this guy. There we go. 90 damage from a slashing weapon? It's kind of amazing. I mean, it must have hit his head or something. There you go. Another 8 renown and 20 morale. Just gaining renown as well is a fantastic thing to do. Unfortunately, I lost 3 maiden adventurers in that. I'm very surprised that we lost so many, but I guess trading honor for those is not really a big deal, I guess. I mean, you know, we're also gaining a couple of much needed prisoners here, so we'll be able to sell those. And there are the Fierdsvain ladies in waiting. Alright. Yes, okay, so apparently Donovan is not a very good companion to have with us. Right, so yeah, we're just gonna side with Sigismund here. Sigismund's just way too good to upset at this point. So let's see what we can do about speaking to those Fierdsvain ladies. And there we go. Yes, let's gain some honor. I'd actually like to figure out how much we actually get for rescuing them. So let's have a look. I have 25 honor at the moment. And let's see how much we get. I'm going to assume we just get +1. Yeah, we just get +1 every single time, which is actually not even that bad. And this is the map of Pendor, by the way. I don't think I've ever shown this on screen just yet, so it's kind of nice that we can take a look at this. And obviously, this is the Salian area. These are the Empire, Deshar and everything. Everything seems pretty uniform at the moment, but as time goes on and we get into the late game where everyone is taking castles from everyone else, then things are going to get messy. And yeah, I'm actually realizing just now, once again, that we are in enemy territory, so I do need to be a little bit on my toes. Anyway, let's go over to Lady Sonadel and speak to her finally, and get another little bit of relation with her. Or I could attack this guy, because he actually has a number of pretty good prisoners there that I could rescue.
You look healthy, my friend, and have many teeth left.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so he is, yeah, he's kind of okay. I'm still pretty much injured here, by the way, so this is not going to go well for me if I actually take a little bit of extra damage, because I think I do need to stay alive to lead our cavalry. Let's actually tell them to follow me. How many do I have? I only have 16 right now because I lost so many in that battle, but I think it's alright. Let's tell our infantry to charge straight on in here, and I'm hopefully going to be able to take my cavalry around the side, and hopefully we'll be able to eliminate their skirmishers and various other ranged units. Oh wow, that was some damage. Wow, that is so much damage from this sword. It really is amazing. And that's exactly the reason why I love it. It really is great. Unfortunately, the mace is not as good as that, but it is able to obviously take prisoners, which is a big upside to it. So I guess I'll just have to start using that a little bit more. And we are absolutely destroying them right now. And that is purely because we were able to eliminate their entire support structure by eliminating their archers first, of course, and our infantry were so overwhelming because we actually had about 50 on the battlefield at the time that their infantry just couldn't stand up against us because they had about total 58 on the battlefield and we had 50 infantry alone. So yeah, it was just a case of, I guess, having additional numbers, and of course our archers were supportive. We are losing a couple of people here. Actually, the enemy vassal actually did get a couple of kills. He was proving himself to be a worthy adversary, that's for sure. And it shows. Look at that. It definitely shows in the renown rewards that we were able to gain there. So we did lose a couple of things, but nothing really to worry about because, again, as I say, we are now going to be able to take even more people and rescue them. And some more loot there as well. Alright, oh, there's a Heretic Magnus. Oh yes, give me those. Thank you very much. Let's take a couple more of these. And what do we want to take? Marauders, I guess? I don't exactly know which one's better, but it's fine. either way. Alright, so... okay, so apparently Donovan has... has a bit of a friendship with Frederick, but he doesn't like basically anyone else, I guess, so that's a bit unfortunate. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. Next time we're going to go and speak to Lady Sonadel, and hopefully we'll be able to get down into Empire territory if I don't spot any other vassals along the Fierdsvain, and see if we can maybe help some Noldor. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.